Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's time to go through a few little news items that are going around right now, and then also, at the same time, just kind of let you know this is usually the time where we get kind of a teaser trailer, whether it comes out this week or next week, so make sure to check out the official War Thunder social medias so you can kind of have a look. Remember, there's also Twitch drops this weekend for the esports stuff, so make sure to get involved in that. I'm pretty sure a lot of the drops this week are the same as the previous 2 weeks, but they'll probably do something unique, so make sure to check it out. Now, let's have a look at the news item for the day. We have St. David's Day. The flag of Wales will temporarily return to War Thunder. I've always found it very odd that the Welsh flag, the Scottish flag, and even the Irish flags are just not really in the game. They seem to bring them back every so often for very limited periods of time, and I don't really know why. I don't know why they're allowed to not be around all the time. And one of the weird things is that I, for some reason on my account, have a ton of different flags which are just not allowed in the game either, or just aren't available to purchase in the game, and I have no idea where I got them. It was probably like an event back in the day, but I just don't get why they can't be available for everybody. It's such a weird thing. So yeah, if you want to pick up the Wales flag, it's going to be available for 500 GE from the 29th of February until the 4th of March. Basically, on the 1st of March, Wales celebrates St. David's Day. And on this day, parades and music festivals take place all around the country, as well as the wearing of the daffodil and leek. We're joining in by temporarily bringing back the Welsh flag decal for the first time since 2016. And the question is why? Why not just have it available all the time, or at least yearly? It's just very odd. But at least it's back now, and if you want it, you can pick it up. They've also done an It's Fixed, where they go through some of the major changes of the last little bit, and there's also an update to go through too. The first major thing in the It's Fixed, though, is they've actually implemented the severe damage mechanic. So basically, this will affect all aviation stuff. We were chatting about this the other day. It's nice to see the severe damage mechanic. Hopefully it works how it's intended to do. One of the things I would say is during an air event, it's probably not great to add in something which kind of changes how air works, but c'est la vie. You know, it probably would have been better to implement this when when certain like other events were on, such as the Call of the Dragon event or previous events, because now that we have the Sword of Justice event, this could kind of change how people get score and also change how kills happen, right? So affect how quickly or slowly people do events. But it doesn't really matter too much. The severe damage mechanic seems to work pretty well, and overall, it should be fine. You'll just have to get used to the interface stuff that it brings in, though, and also at the same time, this just means that rewards will be shared a little bit better, which I think is positive, especially since previously that wasn't always the case. The other thing is they did some interface improvements, and I'm sure they'll have to do that with the severe damage mechanics stuff. In the interface improvements part, basically, you know how they added the battle mode HUD? Well, they've improved it. And I've actually seen some people get confused about the battle HUD or the in battle mode. For me, battle has always been a team deathmatch mode. And it was always weird when people were asking for team deathmatch mode, because I was just like, well, battle's literally it. But the interesting thing was I saw some people get confused by the UI, or the HUD, sorry, where people thought it was counting down from 60 instead of going up to 60, which I don't really know how that works because you start at 0. But yeah, people were getting confused, and now they've just made it a little bit easier. So instead of like the floaty pluses when somebody gets a kill, instead it will just blink once, and then that's it. So 1 plus, and then bang, it will go into the points. And then also at the same time, they have basically made everything a little bit larger, or the icon is larger for capturing a point. The colors, outline, and background of the capture point icon have been improved in general, as well as the capturing a point to help with readability overall. And also in addition to this interface improvement, we've added an additional window to let you know if you're sure if you want to enable the ability to research helicopters with ground vehicles. This has been added because players have accidentally enabled the option without knowing, causing many to become confused as to why no research was going towards their ground vehicles. This additional window will help to avoid these situations. So overall, that's positive, obviously. More information is power as long as it's not cluttered, and I don't think this stuff is that cluttered. Also, the Swedish have now got tracer rounds, so this is a huge change. If you didn't know, a while ago they just removed all tracer rounds from a lot of Swedish jets. Basically, the Saab 105G, the 105OE, AJ37, AJS37, J29, J32B, J35A, J35XS, J35D, and also SK60B. So all of these now have got tracers back. The Type 5876 armor-piercing tracer, and also they have a stealth belt as well. So if you don't want to take tracers, you don't have to, but all of your other belts should at least have a tracer in it. So now you'll be able to see where you are shooting. I don't really know why the change was made to make them stealth. I'm guessing it was a historical change. But at the same time, that did mean it was kind of hard to train the guns on targets, especially if there's no way you can get really used to the guns, since there was no guns with actual tracers. So you just kind of had to crapshoot, I suppose. They've also expanded the range of belts of the GSH-30 cannon, which is on the Mi-24 and the Su-25. They can now use stealth belts too. So everybody's getting stealth belts, but the Swedish are getting tracers. They also had an update, update 2.33.0.156, where they changed a bunch of other stuff as well. For ground vehicles, there was a bug with the gun stabilizer, which caused them to work with a delay when moving the gun horizontally in the rear hemisphere. That has been fixed. So basically, if you turned your gun, it wasn't as stable as around the other side. The VT4A1 and also the Black Knight, there was a bug causing the APS launchers to sometimes make an extra rotation when activated. So basically doing a loopy-loop, which would have been quite fun to see. There's also a bug where leaving a fighter during an air event in ground arcade battles caused ground vehicle markers to appear to a spectating player. That has been fixed. What is that bug? How do you even find that bug? How does that even happen? But I suppose technically if someone's spectating, you can tell people where everybody is. But my god, what a very, very odd bug that is. Then the F-111, the A obviously, missing limitation on wing folding when attaching underwing 20mm cannons in the dynamic campaign mode has been fixed. Once again, what kind of fix is that? And how do you find a bug like that? Missing limitation on wing folding when attaching underwing 20mm cannons in the dynamic campaign mode has been fixed. Only in the dynamic campaign mode was that happening. That is so weird. That's two very odd bugs. I don't know even how that's even sorted, you know. A bug where aircraft without horizontal stabilizers receive severe damage from any hit has been fixed. So that means that you won't just get severe damage straight away. And also, with naval, a bug where the reload time for main caliber guns increased up to 2 times when a feed elevator was destroyed has been fixed too. And also a bug where the aiming indicator remained invisible while torpedoes were being reloaded has been fixed as well. So, should have a bit better of a look at what's kind of going on. They also, of course, had all of the interface stuff changed. We're going to have a look at the battle HUD, see its differences, because I thought in general it was fine. They did fix a sound bug, so a bug causing the voiceover to say an incorrect grid square number when calling an artillery strike has been fixed, which is just hilarious. I suppose you might have a few issues with that going forward. Also, there was a bug that caused crew qualifications to not be updated in the crew window after purchasing an expert or ace crew. That's been fixed. I'm having a little bug, but it's not really one to really worry about. But one of the bugs that I'm seeing is when you actually spade a vehicle, so fully modify it, it doesn't actually show up as spaded until like later on. It doesn't show it straight away, which seems a little bit odd. There was also a bug that caused an unobtainable camouflage to be shown in the modification window after unlocking all camouflages for a vehicle. and that's now been fixed. And a bug where the flag the tooltip background in the customization window could have been smaller than the flag itself has been fixed, so that would have been an issue too. So a lot of interface changes coming in, and also just a fix to the Swedish guys, and of course the Welsh flag. So make sure to pick that up. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd like to thank Schnitzel Stroker, Brendan Quinn, Vilneus, Character Fuel, Carrion Crow, Nicholas Richardson, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, B. Young, Opium Prime, Masonocrat, Lafouche, Alan Hacker, Sem Arslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.